Great morning. Hey, you guys. Let me get this makeup together. Listen, I didn't put none on this morning, but I got some leftover. Okay. Hey, you guys, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. And let us get started. Come on in. Come on in. While you guys are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and share. Hey, April. Great morning. Let me go ahead and share. Hey, Mike. Great morning. Great morning. You guys, make sure you go ahead and share the live. Make sure you go ahead and share the live. We're going to get started. Super excited for today's word. Oh, my goodness. Yes, girl. Yes. You got to keep the vision before you. Meditate on it. See it coming to pass. Absolutely. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get started. Anybody that missed it, they got to catch up. Okay. So, listen. First of all, can I tell y'all about my day yesterday? Let me just make sure my coffee good. Oh, yeah. It's perfect. Okay. So, I'm going to tell y'all about my... Well, let me go. This one empty already. My husband already poured me up. He came and got his early this morning. Listen, here's to you. Life, living it to the fullest. I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. This right here. Oh my goodness. Hey, Christina. Hey, Corey. Hey, Jackie. Great day. Great day. So y'all, this morning, first of all, I slept so good. That's the first thing. I mean, when I say I slept good, I slept good. I was knocked out. I just slept. Felt good. So when I got up this morning, and did my normal thing. Okay, God, what you want me to say to the people? He didn't give me anything immediately. I said, okay, well, they're your people, so you'll give me what you want them to have. And I came in my office, and he said, I'm unclogging the streams. I'm unclogging the streams. I'm unclogging the streams. God is unclogging your streams. You may have some things that God told you to do that have not produced the way that you thought they would produce yet. God said he's unclogging the streams. And the thing about when the streams get unclogged is it's challenging to get through the clog, that initial clump, right? It's challenging to get past that. But once you're past that, it produces a flow. But God is unclogging your streams. So those streams that may have been clogged, those things that may have been clogged, they may not have been flowing yet. God says, I'm unclogging them. Now, look, this is the power of what God is doing in this season right now. Once he unclogs your streams with an S, right, you're going to walk in a state of perpetual flow. Perpetual flow. What is perpetual flow, Dr. V? It is ongoing flow. It means that the flow will not stop. You're going to walk in a state of perpetual flow. So let me ask you this question. Is it worth it to you to deal with getting unclogged so that you can walk in perpetual flow? Is that worth it to you? Is it okay with you if you got some struggles, some trials, some tribulations right now where God is unclogging you? Is it okay that he be your plumber, that he plunge to try to get the clog out so that there can be a flow again? Is it all right for you that he do that? Because it's all right with me. Unclog my flow. Unclog me, right? Wherever there's a clog, God, unclog me. Let my thoughts be unclogged. Let my emotions be unclogged. And when I say unclogged, that doesn't mean being willy-nilly with emotions. It means that I'm able to recognize, know what they are, be able to deal with them and handle them. Some of y'all are suppressing emotions and you creating a clog. You suppressing your emotions and you're creating a clog. And you think that that's good. That's not good. Stop suppressing emotions. Face your emotions. Understand your emotions. Deal with your emotions and move on. Yes. Unclog me, Lord. Please, Formula 44D me, Father. Come on now. Hey, Stacy. Right, y'all, right. I'm glad you're better today too, Summerlin. So listen. God is unclogging you, but do you not realize that in order to be unclogged, there must be some pressure? If there's no pressure, it's not going to be able to pull out what needs to come out or push down what needs to be pushed down. When there's a clog, that clog, whatever is clogging it, has to get to the point where it either comes up or it goes down. One way or the other, but it's got to go one way or the other to allow flow to occur again. So you all, what you're experiencing right now, what you're going through right now is an unclogging. Let God unclog you. Because when God unclogs you, you are unclogged. Now, and the only way that you get clogged again is if you do it. God is unclogging you. He is clearing the path so that you can walk in a perpetual state of flow. That means ongoing flow, never-ending flow, undisturbed flow. There's always this tipping point, right? There's always this tipping point where you begin to see significant change, right? Where you begin to see incredible change, but you got to get there. You got to get to that place. And on the way to that place, it may be challenging on the way to the place. On the way to the place. On the way. Angel number 111. On the way to the place where you're on the other side of the clog. It's going to be like, listen, you got to get there. So endure the press and the pressure. But understand that once you're unclogged, bam, just like that. So, angel number 111. Angel number 111. Thank you, Stacy. It's a message from your angels to be very aware of your persistent thoughts and ideas as these are manifesting quickly into your reality. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to what you're focusing on, what you're meditating on, what you're thinking about. Ensure that your beliefs, thoughts, and mindsets are positive and optimistic in order to draw the energies of abundance and balance into your life. And not just abundance, but abundance and balance. See, listen, you don't want abundance and no balance. Like you got to be able to have that. Otherwise, the abundance will take over. It'll take over. And all you'll think about is the abundance, right? And there's nothing wrong with abundance. Y'all hear me when I say that. So I'm not saying anything is wrong with abundance, but listen, it can't just be about the abundance, right? You gotta have that spirit. You gotta be concerned about your spirit, man. You gotta listen. The time is over for us to feel like that we have to be one trick ponies. We can only do one thing. We can only show up one way. We can only be successful in one area, one sphere of life. Listen, we can only rule on one of the 7 mountains of influence. That's not the truth, and we need to stop that. That's a lie from the enemy. Now, if you are on one mountain, great. If you're a one mountain person, great. Rule that mountain, dominate on that mountain. But if you know that you're a multi-mountain person, dominate on all the mountains that he's called you to dominate in, or dominate on, or dominate through. Like literally, you got to figure out who are you. I know this. This is what I know. This is what I know about me. My sister's just like this. Anytime I do any kind of assessment, I'm never clearly just one thing. Like it's never. Everything about me says that there are going to be some other things that are close, right? There are other things that may have the same score or close to the same score. Why is that? Because I am multifaceted. And because I'm multifaceted, it shows up in every area of my life. It shows up in my spiritual gifts. It shows up in my strengths. It shows up in, oh my goodness, my love languages. It shows up in everything that I do, because what it does is it allows me to see how God has put the particular combination together that makes me, my personality, the way I am, my gifts, all of that. I'm not a one person. And I promise you, that used to bother me so bad. It's like, well, why? You know, everybody else is just clearly one thing. And here I am. I got several things that are close together. Why? What? Because it's how I'm wired. It's how I'm made. It's how God created me. Great morning, Sheila. How you doing? Thank you, Summerlin. God is unclogging us. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Y'all can take it for what it's worth and do with it what you want to do with it. But I'm going to tell you, you won't be able to say I didn't tell you. God is answering prayers that you spoke a long time ago. They're prayers that you spoke a long time ago that God is answering, and he's answering them in a way that only he could do. So you know that only God could do that. Only God. Only God could do that. Only God. Only God. So one of the things that my husband said is that he wanted to make sure that, you know, he always just does something for me. And it doesn't have to be anything big. Like he does stuff like he'll go to the store, he'll get my favorite stuff, you know, like he does stuff like that. That's how he handles his baby. But yesterday he said, I got something for you. I'm like, okay. He said, close your eyes. Okay, because he always wants me to close my eyes. Y'all, I can count on him asking me to close my eyes. So I closed my eyes. He said, are they still closed? Yes, baby, they still closed. Are they still closed? Yes, baby, they're still closed. Are they still closed? You're not peeking, are you? No, baby, they're still closed. And this man, y'all, I love him so much, gives me coasters with 1212 on it. Now, why is that significant? 1212 is the day he proposed to me on live, right? 1212 is the day he proposed to me on live. This is our consistent reminder of our love. And when he stepped beyond, okay, I'm gonna go ahead. 1212. So angel number 1212 is thought to represent prosperity, contentment, and joy. If you are seeing this number repeatedly, hold on. It's thought to mean that you are on the right track to receiving those associations. I love it, honey. The number 12 is associated with growth and enlightenment. If you break that down into separate numbers, 1 and 2, you would get the meanings of new beginnings and patience, respectively. The number 12 meaning can then be represented by double portions of new beginnings and patience. And adding those separations together would make 3, which represents one's feelings and connections. Y'all see how it goes together? Another way to look at this would be 12 plus 12, which would be 24. 2 plus 4 is 6, which represents the embodiment of the heart. Another way to break it down is 12 times 12, which is 144, which is 1 plus 4, which is 9, which represents completion. 12 equals 1, which is stated, 12 divided by 12 equals 1, which, as stated earlier, represents new beginnings. Man, so it can be concluded that 12 is a positive number, and when it shows up in your life, you can expect to feel happier and where you're headed, happier with where you're headed, and more content with how far you've come. Like, that's the truth right there. It could be a sign for you to change how you're living. Not to worry, that doesn't have to be a drastic change. It's an indication you're at a point in your life where you are ready to step out of your comfort zone and enter into those goals you've been putting off. If you've been contemplating trying something new, this is your sign to move forward. Come on. The angels will instill confidence in you to make the decisions to change your life for the better. In love, 12 correlates to finding new love. Whether the new connection is another person coming into your life or your personal journey of accepting yourself or your past, know that the universe fully supports your impending love journey. If you're seeing this number and want a new partner to come into your life, it's a good sign that you definitely need to step out of your comfort zone, throw caution to the wind. If you're on the side of accepting yourself or your past, 12 is your sign to put the difficult work of reflecting on why you haven't accepted these aspects of yourself in the first place. Really break down these initial feelings that came about in your life and challenge why you let them stay. Loving yourself is just as active a relationship as loving someone else. Listen. Listen. The number 12 is said to be a divine message that will bring about prosperity in your life. However, you have to listen to what is being presented to you and allow yourself to be fully immersed in this new spirituality. Upon seeing this number repeatedly, it would be a good idea to pray and meditate on what this divine message specifically means to you in order to move forward into your new beginning. Yes, girl, he's so sweet. Sheila said, I'm good, beautiful. Was blessed to hear from my son and was able to share time with my daughter. Waiting on my king now, my husband and prayer provider, protector, my PPP. So romantic and thought-provoking, Rev. You got it, bro. Yeah, I do. He's special. So every time someone uses a coaster, it gives us the opportunity to share the story. 12, what is that? Good story. Why is the story important? Because it's a testimony. And look, check this out. See, it's not just, they come in the nice little wooden. I don't know who did it, but they did a great job. They're amazing. They're amazing. Now, everything about 12 deals with prosperity, new beginnings, moving forward. So let me just say this. We've been in this company for a little more than 30 days, and about 34, 35 days, right? Yesterday, we hit the rank of champion, which is the third rank in the company, and we did it in a little over 30 days. Now, I know y'all may say, well, Dr. V, what's the big deal? Let me tell y'all something. We have some goals that God has given us, some things that God has shown us as it relates to this company and the financial, the prosperity associated with it. But most importantly, that represents the number of lives that we have impacted. And what I love is getting testimonies from people who are being unclogged. Literally, physically unclogged. I need y'all to understand that the unclogging that God is doing is not just spiritual, it is physical. There's a physical unclogging that God is doing. There are things in your body that need to be unclogged, pushed out, pushed down, pushed away. Listen, God is trying to do those things. And literally, I was talking to one of our friends. Y'all, my head is itching so bad. So bad. I was talking to one of our friends, and so they tried the Alive, and they tried the Dreaming and the Crave. And let me tell you what they said. He has sleep apnea. He has sleep apnea. Anybody that knows people with sleep apnea, you know they subject to fall asleep anywhere. Like people with sleep apnea, they cannot control it, okay? So he has not been falling asleep anywhere and everywhere. He's been able to stay woke during service. He's been able to get good sleep at night, get up, be refreshed, and be able to have an amazing day. He has more energy. Listen, I'm telling y'all, if you've been energy deficient, we're losing weight healthily, right? So if you are on a weight management, weight loss journey, this is an excellent addition to that process and that journey. Literally, people's blood sugar levels are being balanced out. I know Jackie shared a testimony about her blood sugar levels, about inflammation in her body going down. It's amazing. You guys work really good together and both believe in the vision. And this is the first time I've had that. This is the first time. This is the first time I've had that. This is the first time. Let me say this. Let me say this. My ex-husband did do a business with me, and he was involved in it, but not to the extent that my baby is. Not like that. I think he did it because of me, but it hits different. It hits different when you got somebody who like is all in on the vision, all in on the business. It hits different. And the way that God is moving is he's using the business to draw us even closer together. You all, God will use what and who he wants to do what it is that he desires to do. I'm watching him do amazing things in our marriage with these products, with this business, with the vision that he's given us. I'm watching him do it. And what I'm going to say to you guys is this, because partnership matters. Partnership matters. When you have people that believe in you and you believe in, when you can connect and build something together, that is one of the most amazing experiences in the world. And I am fully embracing it because what I'm seeing is magnified growth, stretching beyond the comfort. Bringing dreams into reality. And it's an amazing thing to see. So you guys, remember, God is unclogging you. He's unclogging your streams so that you can walk in perpetual flow. Summerlin said, I usually take 3 different insulin types on Sunday, and my readings were low, where I only had to take 2 of the required dosage yesterday due to a lower reading because of the Alive. Listen, we're not making any medical claims, but she normally takes 3 different insulins, on Sundays. She didn't have to do that. She took 2 because her reading was lower because she's been doing the Alive. The Alive helps to regulate blood sugar. I'm telling y'all, listen, when I looked at the numbers, Jackie's numbers, I was like, what? Let me see if I can pull it up because I'm trying to remember where she put it. But I was like, wow. Like, it was literally no denying that there was a change. Let me see. Let me see. Do y'all remember where she put that? Let me see. It may have been in the Billionaire Bosses Health. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is what she said. She said, come on now, Alive. My blood sugar level fasting versus an hour later after the Alive. So her blood sugar level fasting was 187. And an hour later, it was 96 after she had taken her Alive shot. 187 and 96. An hour after the Alive. We're not making any medical claims, but we are literally seeing people having to come off of medications because their bodies are starting to work better. That was, listen, Jackie just got all the testimonies. And Jackie is like, Dr. B, thank you. She had all that swelling and inflammation in her legs. Every day she would have swelling and inflammation in her legs and feet. So the first 2 pictures are before. The last one is now. Look at that difference. Yes, the other day it went from the 400s to the 100s. Yes, it did. Y'all, look, all I know is God is unclogging us physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. He's allowing us to come into harmony, into balance in ourselves. It's time for you to be comfortable and confident in who God has created you to be and to walk into what God has called you to walk into. It's time. It's time. It's time. And you've got to understand that you have the ability to experience everything that God promised you. You do. But you have to choose. You have to choose to be unclogged. You have to choose to make different decisions. You have to choose. You have to choose to address your emotions, your thoughts, and your feelings. You have to choose. But when you make the choice, you got to stand on it and walk it out. I'm so excited about everything that God is doing. If you missed the vision class, y'all, you missed a treat. Oh my goodness. April. Listen, April can tell you Summerlin wasn't feeling good, but April got her vision board. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. It does no good to have a vision board and not know what to do with it. And that vision setting workshop was fire. It was everything. It was everything. Do you hear me when I tell you it was everything? Look, I pray that this word blessed you. Watch what happens in her life. Watch what happens in her life. 30 days. In 30 days, stuff is just going to be like, what? 30 days. 30 days. Watch. Just keep watching. Watch the next 30 days. Pay attention. Watch it pop. 30 days. Because there's something about having the vision set before you that allows you to run and not faint. 30 days. All right, y'all, listen. I pray the word blessed you. If it blessed you, you feel free to sow a seed. Cash App, $ DRV Johnson 777. Cash App, $ DRV Johnson 777. Watch what God does. He's doing it like in greater measure. Absolutely, Summerlin. I'll make sure I get that to you. He's doing it in greater measure. So get ready for God to unlock and to release his promises in your life. He's unclogging your streams so that they can flow freely. You guys have an absolutely amazing and incredible, my baby said 12/12 day. You guys be blessed. Love you to life and life more abundant. Mwah.